What a do, Ziyech crew? We're here with another live stream today, another transfer live stream today. We're going to be discussing the latest news coming out of the transfer window. There is a lot of news to discuss. We're only 1 week away, just over a week until the window shuts. So Chelsea are acting fast, and we are acting very, very quickly, especially on Premier League players and young players, and we're putting big money into it. Let's roll the intro and let's get into today's stream. Let's go.
We fucking got him.
Yes, guys, are here with another live stream today. And if you guys have just tuned in, do make sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you are new. And guys, I've got a poll open, guys. Today, the main topics: Rafael Leao, Rafael Leao, which rhymes very well, and Anthony Gordan are very close to possibly joining Chelsea. We're going to be discussing all the information today. So, guys, vote in that poll. Who do you want to see at Chelsea? Anthony Gordan, Rafael Leao, or neither? Because there could be some people, and I've already seen some quick votes just before we start the stream, that some people voted for neither. But let me pop the tweet out, guys. Let me just pop a tweet out. So we're saying that we are live. Let's get these chats thing, guys. I'm going to read the chat in 1 second. I'm just popping everything, ensuring it's all good. There we go. We got Reggie. I always get confused with the name. I don't know why. We've got Reggie. I'm going to say Reggie. Reggie here, Leao, and Abba. He says, Datareg says Leao any day, but he says, but some players flourish under the right manager. Maybe TT has something in Gordan which fits his plan. We from outside cannot be sure of it. And that's actually a good point. You know, Thomas Tuchel might have something up his sleeve. But again, as outsiders of us, we have to dictate what we've seen of the player. And I've always said Anthony Gordan for 60 million is not what I'm confident on. I'm not sitting here and say I want this guy because his stats are rubbish for something that we need as a goal scorer. I heard he can cross. I heard he can press. I think he's a player who can definitely develop, but him coming in will be something definitely for the future. But he'll be a player who starts. Same with Delhi guy Liao. But I've always said this summer that I don't want to go spend big money for attackers to perform in the coming years. I think that's all great, but I want some. If players are going to come and we're paying big money for them to come and start, they should be performing instantly without any effect. However, if Gordan and Leao come, we're going to be giving these excuses. Give them time, give them this, give them that. So I think there's a lot of factors around it, but I will dive into it today. I'm all good, mate. Some good and Chelsea news to discuss today. So we'll dive right into it first off. It says here, we got the concierge in the house. Speak up to you. Hope you are well. I've sent some message, guys, as well to other creators. So some like big creators that we don't really see on YouTube lives. aka one concierge will know an Australian, not Miz, another Australian. I'm trying to get as many Australian people as I can. As I said, I'm trying to get this to ensure that we get mostly Australian viewers. And what my face is. So I put water on my head before and face are wet. Trying to get a lot of Australian viewers and also guests. So possibly one I've messaged. I'm not gonna say that her. Message her. Gold Coast, I think, or New South Wales. I don't know. But possibly we can be getting some more guests. I'm going to try to message a lot of Australian guests. So if you guys have any other Australian fans, if they're rival fans, DM to me and I'll hit them up because, as I said, I want to make this a more Australian unique show. Alvarez says, hey man, don't you think we should prioritize a midfield instead of Anthony Gordan? Gallagher showed some deficiencies against Leeds. We'll discuss this. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. I think, as I said, and that's why I've stated that Leao and Gordan, they can be great players. I haven't watched much. I haven't watched any of Leao. I have no clue how this guy plays. I've watched none of them. I've watched Anthony Gordan, and I've watched him quite a bit recently, to be fair. I really focused on him the recent games against Forest. And because we've been linked with him. But I've watched none of Leao. But I'm fine with these players, but not this summer. Because as you said, we got to prioritize midfield, and for our attack, we got to prioritize imminent effect, which means players coming in and getting goals and creating assists as soon as possible. Leão and Gordan comes in. These players, we're going to give them time and time. I'm not ready for that this season. I've always said, let me get a Zaha, let me get an Aubameyang, and Ivan Toney. Players who have proven to score, who can give me immediate effect for 2 seasons. Then we go next summer, buy Gordan, buy Liao when it's cheap, and then we can develop them and not rush them in. Because right now, they'll be rushed in. And I don't want to take the same route we did with Havertz, Werner, Ziyech, Pulisic, where we bought young guys and they were kind of rushed in, right? And again, I want to make sure we get the right characteristics with the players. I don't want to go and get a guy that doesn't fit our system, But yeah, possibly if she used to follow me on my old account, but then I got banned, and now she posts all this rubbish. I don't even follow her anymore. But now she posts all that pictures, I would say. So I don't follow her anymore, but I follow her private account, where she doesn't post as much of her pictures. But I want to get her on for her football opinions. I want to know her thoughts and feelings and everything. So I've sent her a message to see if she replies. Let's outride the Aussie minerals, run wild. Yes, let's get these Aussie minerals, down under minerals. Because every time I want to go on Football Capital, but they're in New South Wales. They keep asking me. I wish I could go to New South Wales right now, but I'm going next April, actually. I think to Newcastle or something for some wedding or party. I'm not sure. But that's next year, so I'll probably be on there soon. But yeah, we're gonna make this an mainly Australian. But that's why I stream at 7 p.m. When the time converts, that's gonna be a pain. But let's enjoy these 7 p.m. times while we're here. We got deals announced. We got the deal is big about Gordan not worth 60 mil. I 100% agree with that. I don't think he is worth 60 mil. At this very moment, I think, as I said, I'm gonna repeat myself. Kani, Chukwuemeka, how you pronounce it? Chukwuemeka, Solina, that guy from Inter Milan we just brought, Cascadi, that other guy from Struge, that guy from Brighton, Struge. These guys are not for imminent effect. Kani is the only one who is on the squad, but he's not even there to start, right? He's there to kind of fill in like a Harvey Vale, right? Gordan, who's young, right, who has a lot of money, will come in and immediately start. But with him immediately starting, will he bring that imminent effect? I don't think so. I don't see it. He's only scored 6 goals, only got a couple of assists, and I've always said, if you play in a bad team and you don't stand out, you're an even worse player. If you are a good player, a very good player in a bad team, you should be standing out. Now, I understand the circumstances when we say he's in an Everton. I understand that. Like for me, I'll say Zaha's in a Palace. It doesn't exceed to his highest expectation. However, Gordan hasn't even hit an expectation worth 60 million. No way. No way. So I don't think it's worth it. Leao worth the price? Again, the price was 150 million euros. Is that really worth the price? I'm not sure. I haven't watched the guy. Maybe Kova is fit. Maybe I don't know. He's not fit now, and Thomas Tuchel wants to push with the midfield as of now and invest on a suitable one for next window. Super priority is forward and defense. Again, I think I agree. I think I said midfield isn't priority a couple of weeks ago, but I think that has changed now with Kovacic getting injured all the time. Kante coming back and then getting injured, and Jorginho just doesn't have the legs to do two jobs in one midfield. So we need a midfielder now, I think, priority. But again, if we had no injuries from Kova and Kante, we would not need one. Right at this moment, we will need them for the future. But at this moment, to fix us right now, we definitely need one. And a De Jong is a must. Not anymore. Not anymore. On my old account, she didn't. But not on my new one. But now Shane Ashwood. Ruben Neves, apparently, if we miss out on De Jong, I'll go for Neves. Like I don't mind Ruben Neves, but again, the thing is, we're not really aiming for a DM. Every fan wants a DM except the manager. The manager's the only one who doesn't want a DM, right? I'm fine with Ruben Neves, but I made it clear that we can't stop this De Jong sale now. Like, we are on the sidelines for the De Jong sale. We're not on the match. We're not on the pitch. We're on the sidelines, right? We're not rigging De Jong. We're not rigging Laporta. We're not rigging these guys 24/7. we are sitting here and we are saying, all right, Barcelona, if you're going to sell De Jong, come to us. And De Jong has said, all right, if I leave Barcelona, I'll come to you guys, right? But at the moment, he doesn't want to leave Barcelona. So if he leaves Barcelona, he will come to us. And we don't have any, I guess, say to make him leave. It's all on his own will, right? So coming to Ruben Neves, that's going to have a whole new like timeline. We have to go, and this will take weeks and months, and we don't have the time for it. I think yes, we should have gone earlier. If we turn around and we go from now, I'll be happy. That's fine. As I said, I'll take Ruben Neves any day of the week, but I don't see it as being realistic whatsoever. Problem we had with Sunday, we had players out of position. Gallagher and Loftus-Cheek. Tuchel needs to realize exactly the same with Gallagher and Loftus-Cheek. These guys do not fit the system. They don't fit the jersey. They just need to leave. I've said from day one, I said, Gallagher, the only place we can possibly get him to play and the best position he should play is as the right centre forward, so where Mount plays. If he doesn't work out there, he's done. He can't play in double pivot. He can't play in possession-based football. He can't. We need creative and defensive midfield, 100%. And again, a week closing in, I don't know if we're going to even get that. But let's get the first piece of news. I'm going to look at Anthony Gordan news, and this is from Simon Phillips, who says, Chelsea Dodgers, but quoted from Simon Phillips, says, Anthony Gordan says, I understand we are at a stage of speaking about how to structure the deal with Everton, and personal terms have been verbally agreed with the player. So, again, we've got that agreement with the player. He wants to join Chelsea by the looks of it. It's now coming down to paying the price and, I guess, convincing Everton, because I don't think Everton is wanting to sell him. But it's a weird situation with Anthony Gordan. As I said, I'll deep dive into it now. I think we got more news on him. We're paying up to 60 million for the Everton forward. Again, it's just a lot of money for this player. But guys, before we go on, let me see the poll. We got 13 people in here, 14, and no 14 people, and no one's voted for Gordan. And we got 13 likes. Let's get the 15 likes right now, easy peasy. But I agree. I don't think Gordan is suitable right now. I don't think he's a player for now. I said if Tuchel brings him in, I'm going to respect Tuchel's decision for bringing whatever player he brings, but I'm going to have my own opinion on it, right? And my opinion is I don't think Anthony Gordan is Chelsea level at this very moment. I think he can develop, yes, fine, but at this moment, do we need a player to come in and develop and be our starter? Because if he comes in, he has to start. 60 million, he has to start. He's already starting in Everton. So coming here, you have to start, right? I would rather go and spend that 60 million on Wilfried Zaha and Ivan Toney, and they can bag us goals for the next 2 seasons. The next season, once we get these youngsters for a bit cheaper, maybe Gordan might go to 40 million, Leão might come down to 80 because of the afterpay or like the late tax. Then we can go and invest in the young squad. But at this moment, paying 60 million for Gordan is not the right move. We should not be doing this whatsoever. We should not be doing it for the sake of Chelsea, because we're going to be doing this. We're going to get Anthony Gordan, which means we're going to miss out on an experienced attacker like Zaha, Ivan Toney, Aubameyang's done. So we missed out on Wilfried Zaha, right? Now, are we linked to Wilfried Zaha? I don't think so anymore. But if we had the option to go for him and we decided to deflect it and go for Gordan, massive loss. Yeah, we should. I think we should bid Zaha over Gordan. I think Zaha is a player, as I said, who comes in with immediate effect. He scored 15 goals for Crystal Palace, right? He's on 4, I think now. 3 goals, I think already. How many goals is he already on? Because Ivan Toney's on, I think, on 1 goal, 2 assists. He's on 3 matches, 3 goals. Wilfried Zaha. Like, crazy stat. Our attackers haven't even scored a goal, and they've played 3 games. And again, Palace, have Palace won all their games? Have Palace won all their games? They've won 1, drew 1, and lost 1, and he still scored 3 goals. But however, our fans are neglecting it, while our attack has not scored 1 goal in between them. And they've scored They've scored 4 goals, so he scored nearly all their goals. Well, we've scored more goals than Palace, and our attackers have scored none of them. Doesn't that just sum up our attack? Oh, have we scored more than them? Hang on. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong stat. Oh yeah, they've scored 4. We've scored 3. I'm looking at the wrong one. I was looking at GA. So they've scored 1 more goal than us, but Zaha, their attacker, has scored all of them. However, our attackers can't get a goal in between them. And this adds to my point. Getting an Anthony Gordan will not add to that. Anthony Gordon's a player who's had 6 goals, or like he's had the same amount of stats as Hakim Ziyech, and he's played more minutes. So, what does people? If you're in this poll, we've got 20 people in here, and you've joined and you voted for Anthony Gordan. Explain why you want Anthony Gordan, because I understand everyone's opinion. I want to hear everyone's opinion, because my opinion for Anthony Gordan is I don't want the player because number 1, he's too expensive. Number 2, he's not what we need right now. And number 3, what he has shown is not Chelsea level. Scoring 4 goals in 34 games and 2 assists is not good enough for an attacker. Right? Now, take away the stats aside. He's supposed to be a player who can cross the ball and press. I don't want to pay 60 million for a player who can cross the ball when we don't have anyone to finish the goals. What's the point? I would rather a Wilfred Zaha who can create his own goals and score them, or an Ivan Toney who can finish any chance he gets. There's no point going for a player who can only cross the ball to then Kai Havertz who will sky it. There's no point. Tuchel, again, people want to blame Tuchel. I'll bring this stat back up again. This is a stat. No one said it's fake. I think it's very real, this stat. But here it is. We had the most chances created. Most shots on target. It's the goals that aren't going in. But apparently it's our midfield's fault. It's the midfield's fault. It's the midfield's fault that we don't create. Monster. I saw him on the terrace the other day. Waffling about Jorginho's fault, this and that. Jorginho's the reason why we play 3 at the back. Come on, Monster. I expect better from you, man. If we sell Ampadu and Chalobah, where the depth in centre back? Exactly, we won't have any depth, and that's why I'm fine. Go sell Ampadu, whatever. But Chalobah should not be sold. Chalobah is a player who must stay, just for the depth, because that depth is needed. Like again, we're playing like right now. We've just lost Koulibaly. He's on a red card, right? So who comes in this game? Chalobah has to come in, right? If we lose Chalobah, Aspie's our only backup. And I can't go a whole season with just Aspie being our backup. Right? So Chalobah should not be sold. Chalobah should be staying 100%. Kai Havertz, if he doesn't improve this season, do you think he's on watch this season? I think he was on watch last season. I think Kai Havertz is already on watch. He needs to be discussed. I've already said if an offer comes for Kai Havertz, I would sell him. He's not Chelsea level. He has no numbers to prove it. And again, he gets these stats prove it even more, that these goal conversions, as a striker, he's not been doing his job. Now, people can sit here and go, oh, he's not a striker. He's not this. He's not that. Well, unfortunately, doesn't fit the system now. If he doesn't fit the system, get out. Get out. There's no point having a guy who doesn't fit the system and just I would rather we sell him to Bayer Leverkusen Munich, or we sell him to Real Madrid and get 70 million for him, and he balls out there. Because I would rather him ball out there and get money for him than him stink up the pitch for 4 seasons. Because there's no point. And, that's the thing, we have to take those risks. Like we did, people want to sit here and blame Salah. Oh, we shouldn't have sold Salah. We shouldn't have sold De Bruyne. These guys will not be the players they are today if they stayed at Chelsea. And that's facts. Same for Kai Havertz. If we sell him, he might go and do bits somewhere else. That's fine. Let him go. But we got another news. Chelsea working on a deal to sign Portuguese international Rafael Leao from AC Milan. Now, The price is 150 million euros. It's a massive price. I'm not sure if we would pay this money for him right now. I think the 150 million comes down to, again, coming late in the window and AC Milan's financial problems. I think he's probably valued at what I think his market value was 85 million. Let me double check. But guys, let's get these lights up as well. Rafael Leao. His market value is 70 million euros, so 60 million pounds. Or you kind of always add 10 million onto that. But he's not worth 150 million euros. Come on, that's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. And I would say I would wait. Again, we're going for these young kids that have to develop, number one, and will not bring in immediate effect. How many goals did he score last year, actually? How old is he now? No, he's 20. Leao's 23 is always. Oh my god, I thought he was older than that. Oh, is this the kid that Oh, is this the kid that played at Sporting when he was 16? Is this him? I think it is him. He scored 11 goals, 10. It's good. He had great stats last season. Is this him? Is this the guy who's at Sporting? We'll be up to Chelsea. Jesus, Leão, bruh. I mean, are you in for Leão? Are you not? The poll is saying 85% on Leão. Wow. 85% of people want Leão. That's shocking to me that no one wants Gordan. I thought everyone wanted Gordan last week. I guess it's changed. But the guy has good stats. I think Leao's, if it's the guy I'm thinking of, the guy who was very good at Sporting when he was 16, if it's him I'm thinking of, then again, it's a good signing for the future. But would we rather get someone now like a Wilfried Zaha and Ivan Toney, someone who can bag the ball in the back of the net, or overpay for a player, then we have to wait for them to kind of come in form? Because for me, I would buy a Wilfried Zaha, I would buy an Ivan Toney to ensure this season we get goals. We get goals. Because I don't want to get these young guys. Because, again, these young guys can become fantastic talent. I'm not against these guys' talents, right? But I don't want to go and invest that money right now. Not right now. I don't think it's the right idea. Yeah, I know. The poll is 100% right. I wouldn't go for Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon's, to me, as I said, I think I'm going to say he's a rubbish player because he's a rubbish player for that value. He's a rubbish player for Chelsea at this very moment. He can develop. He can get better. I'm not saying he can't. But it's not what we need right now. Octavian says he's got a release cost. Yes, he's got the release cost of 150 million euros, which is major money. But we weren't willing to pay that 75 million euro release cost for Kunde, which baffles me. Is that absolute nonsense? Yeah, we have to Goppel says if reports are true, we are paying absolute nonsense, stupid English. 100%. The guy is probably valued. If, as I said, if we bought him for 20 mil and slowly develop him, if we get Anthony Gordon for 20 mil, Wilfried Zaha for 30, Ivan Toney for 40, which obviously it's not going to happen. I'm just saying unrealistic stuff. I'm saying hypothetically, we get them players. Then Gordan can be on the bench and slowly rotate in. Because the thing is, I don't want to recreate Havertz, Werner, Pulisic, where we just rush these young guys in. Like, we just pop them in. We just throw them in and go, yep, perform, do that. Because that's not what we need right now. And guys, tell me if I'm wrong. Do we need this type of player? Do we need a young guy to come in right now, especially for our attack? If it was for our defense, I would understand, right? If it was for our mid, I have some questions, but I'll understand. But I do not understand for our attack because I know we've been there, done that. And we know that a lot of these young guys need a lot of developing, especially for attack. And there's a lot of tax coming with the Serie A, So when I spend 6 million on Abenza, exactly. I don't understand it. And I want to hear some more points on people thinking why they want Gordan, because last week I was hearing everyone was wanting Gordan. Oh, he's got talent, he's got this, he can press, he can run. Like, good on the guy. He can press, he can run, but can he score goals? Can he create goals? Because again, we can see here, we can say the guy can cross the ball. But if he crosses the ball, who's he going to cross it into? Kai Havertz? Kai Havertz can't even finish to save his life. There's no point. And if he comes in, he takes away Mason Mount's spot, who I thought was our highest creator. So that makes sense. We need to pay more as we get much more money than the other TV rights, etc. But overpaying APR team is more of a piss take. Again, we're only paying that much money because of the English name and because he's young, and probably because Frank Lampard likes him. That's why. Because Sterling, we got him for a reasonable price, 30 million with 1 year left on his contract. That was a price where we didn't overpay, we didn't underspend. That was the value. But Anthony Gordon, 60 million, is nowhere near his value. His value probably right now, it should be at least 20, 25. Although every might be a Premier team, yeah, hopefully. I don't want them here. It pains me to see, but I feel we are letting other teams get over us. That Man United performance nearly made. Yeah, again, United. Obviously, teams are gonna Arsenal. Okay, Arsenal, United, Tottenham, Liverpool. These teams are going to win games, of course. Liverpool are going to come and they're going to win games soon, right? United are going to come win games soon. Arsenal are slowly going to lose games. We're going to come back and we're going to come back better as well, right? I think that game yesterday, it was more of a shock that I think it was more of a shock to Liverpool. I don't think we were shocked for United because I don't think United played the best type of football. I think Liverpool were just absolutely rubbish. They were horrendous. Yeah, 4 people voted for Gordan. I'm surprised he has 4 votes. That's quite a lot. 4% votes. How many members? 12% says neither. Yeah. Big up to Matthew Lee Benjamin in the house. Hope you are well. Let me know your thoughts and feelings on Anthony Gordon. Oh, Miz ended. That's why everyone's coming in now. Miz ended. Big up to Miz. Yeah, like the video. Big ups to you. May hope you are well. But as I said, I'll reiterate myself. I think looking at let's bring up Anthony Gordon's stats because everyone was using Gallagher's stats the other day. Like, oh, he got 100% dribbles, 100% this, 100% that. That was garbage. God was horrendous. But again, if you want Leao, if you want Anthony Gordon, and you've just joined the stream, tell me why. Why do you guys want these players? What do you want them for? Because I've heard that Anthony Gordon is supposed to come in. Look, he's got 3. Look, he literally. I'm sorry, but he literally has the same stats as our attack. 4 goals, 2 assists. Surely we should not be going for a player like this, guys. Come on. 4. Hey, let me zoom in so you guys can see it properly. That's not good enough. I'm sorry. That is horrendous. Again, he plays at a team like Everton, as everyone uses the excuse. Wilfred Zaha plays at a Crystal Palace. He bangs in goals left, right, centre. Keep the same consistency for Anthony Gordon. His face, be up the barber says his face just pissed me off looking at Gordon rather than Leao. Man, if this is the state of our current squad by the end of the window, I want to be honest. On which position we will finish? My petition is top 6. I think I still think we finish top 4. I still think we finish. I think this is if we get Aubameyang, if we get Fofana, hang on, I'll restart. I think top 4 we get. I think we come 3rd. But however, it's going to be a massive struggle. It's not going to be easy. And it's going to be hard for us to win trophies as well. However, if we get a Fofana, we get a Wilfred Zaha, we get an Aubameyang, top 4 secured instantly, and then we can move on to winning trophies. But I don't think we finish the top 6. We got Liam Lane. We got to Liam Lane. Hope you are well. We got Jay. We got the Jay. Says we are looking at Pepe, winger from Porto. Pepe Porto. Who is this guy? Why is my nose so itchy? Fuck me. Pepe, 25 years old from Portugal. How many goals has he scored? Are you serious right now, bro? 4 goals, 4 assists. What position is he? Oh my god, he plays all over the pitch. I'll show you this guys now. Look, this guy plays everywhere. Look at him. Left wing, forward, right wing, right mid, right back. Oh my god, this is a Tuchel signing. This is our Tuchel signing. Oh my days. 4 goals, 4 assists, 28. Are you serious right now, bro? Again, guys, this is the thing. And this is... Okay. I'm going to come out and say, guys. I want stats. I want for my attackers right now, at this very moment, the current situation we are in right now. I want my attackers coming in to have stats. I want them to come have stats to prove themselves. As a striker, as a goal finisher, which we need, you have to rely on stats. Because if you're a striker and you score one goal in 24 games, but you ran around the pitch, it doesn't matter. Look at Werner. That was Werner. 4 goals, 5 goals, but he created opportunities by moving out of space. Come on, what's this waffle, guys? My players that I want in this summer needs to have stats, and I'm only talking about the attack. You got to come to me and you got to prove me stats. You got to have 15 goals, 10 goals, 5 assists, something. Not 4 goals, and 2 assists in 35 games in the Premier League, because that shows to me that you're not developed and you need more time. And that shows to me that you're going to come into my team, our team, Chelsea Football Club, and we're going to be given the excuse. Here's time. Here's this. Here's that. Yes, Leao stats. They were great stats. Do I have Leao stats here? I do, right here. 11 goals, 10 assists. That's great. Not in this league, though. And that's why I'm going for players who are Premier League proven this summer. Next summer, Leao looks like a great player. I know Prime is a big fan of Leao, and I think Prime was telling me about Leao. I haven't watched him personally. I just seen videos of him, but he looks like a good player. If I'm thinking of the right guy, he used to play for Sporting back in the day. He's showing good stats. Great. Hopefully next summer we can get him. Anthony Gordan, next summer. We can have the same conversation next summer. But right now, I want Premier League proven players with stats. That's what I want, because we've been there. We've done that with the young guys. We went to Germany. We got the young guys. We went to the Dutch league. And none of them worked out. So there's no point re-amping that right at this very moment when we're a week out from the summer. Lukaku had good stats. Forget stats. Again, Lukaku had good stats in the Serie A. He was never really Premier League proven as well. We can compare Lukaku and look at him and go, he was just not fit for our system, right? He could have had a good season, in my opinion, if he didn't do that interview and he kind of put his head out of the pitch. Out of his ass, and say, when I say Gordan fits into our system, he's quick, takes on his man, has regular shots and goal, and will have good assists if he improve our club. The only thing I've heard, Aaron, is that he can cross the ball when he presses. Why would I pay 60 million for a guy who crosses the ball to no one, to a Kai Havertz? We've got to get a finisher first to then even get a guy to come in and create for us. And again, we have the most creativity according to that stat. So check Fab. All right, 1 second. Too many unknown qualities. Yeah, exactly. Leao stats are decent. I agree. And that's something we can look at next season. I don't want to go for these big priced players right now that haven't shown any quality in the Premier League or haven't shown any stats in the Premier League. That's why I want Wilfred Zaha, Ivan Toney. That's why I want those players, because they've shown to me, look, I can do this. I've done it in the Prem. What has Fab said? Let me just double check. I'm seeing, guys. Just like the streamer, guys. Everyone's coming in. Miz ended now. Everyone's jumping on. Be up to everyone who's joining. What we got here? Oh, Chalaba news, Fafana news. I'm bringing stuff for you guys. Right. I'm bringing up for you guys right now. You guys serious right now? Serious right now? Serious right now? You guys serious right now, bro? Chelsea are in contact with... This is breaking news, guys. Breaking news. About 50 people in here. Breaking news from Fabrizio Romano saying Chelsea are in contact with Fafana deals, intermediates, but also working on outgoings. Inter trying to sign Trevor Chalobah on loan up to the clubs. Serie A, Spezia have asked for Embadou on loan, and Emerson to West Ham. Here we go. Wow. A lot of news just came out there, guys. Like we are moving fast. We are moving fast. God is good. God is good. God is great. We have to our cases. Mount and Havertz is too bad. They can't dribble one, and they can't shoot. Tuchel's a great coach. Trust him. Arsenal just I think that Sterling will be good. Great with Gordan and Abbas. There's RK. So Zaha, 100% Zaha. Outside Leão and Toney, who else is, man? I'm struggling to name. Ivan Toney, Cristiano Ronaldo, Wilfred Zaha. See how those all players have something in common? They're experienced in the Premier League and have stats to prove themselves. That's it. Now, Ronaldo, you say might not fit our system? Fine. Go for Ivan Toney, who clearly fits our system. Go for Wilfred Zaha. who's a player who can fit any system. This guy's an absolute bowler. Oh, other than Zaha and Tony, who else? Then I can go Ronaldo, and that's probably it. There's not a lot of options. If I'm gonna drag it very, 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 very wide, I can sit. Nah, actually, I'm not even gonna do that. Oh, I'll say Jimenez. No, I'm not gonna say that. Now, explain to me where you are going to get Premier League players with goals outside Zaha. That Ivan Toney. Like we can again. There's no point. We have to try first. We have to. You fail 100% of the stuff you put effort into, right? If we go to that kind of so fucking retarded. I'm so stupid. I'm not gonna try that again. We got to go ask Palace. Palace, he's 45 million with Zaha. Brentford, he's 40 million. Ivan Toney. We got to go and try to get these players first. We can't sit and say, oh yeah, they're not available. Let's go talk to them first. And Wilfred Zaha and Ivan Toney are players who definitely want out of their clubs, 100%. If you guys know Ivan Toney, this guy, I swear this guy doesn't like Brentford. I swear, I don't know if you've seen the videos where he goes like, oh yeah, no, Brentford shit, man, blah, blah, blah. She plays with good stats there, don't fit the system. Tell me a cheap player who's a striker in the Premier League that's young that can come in our squad. I understand. I'm all for eye test. I'm all for it. I'm not this guy who just looks at stats. I'm not. But I'm saying at this very moment, for a striker, for a attacker, I want someone that can prove stats, that has something to back it up. Because you can be an eye test merchant, right? But if you don't have stats as an attacker, you can be an eye stat merchant. But if you don't have the attackers to back it up, I'm sorry, but you need to have the stats. Stats, it's like having references. You apply for a job, Oh yeah, I've never worked at a job before, but you know what? I know I'm good. But if you got references and you got all these qualities, oh yeah, I worked here, I worked here, I worked here, who do you think the guy's gonna hire? Who do you think the guy's gonna trust more? Yes, there's the exception to the rule. Yes, there's a maybe, there's ifs and buts, but I would rather play it safe this summer, go for someone who is cheap. Not cheap, but someone who is got a decent price on them that for their value, who has scored goals. That's what I want. Someone who can put the ball in the back of the net. We have big up to SWFC Riley. Big up to you, mate. Hope you're well. Yeah, no, I was extending way too much. Take that back. I didn't mean to say that. We're talking about strikers. If you're new to the channel, I appreciate you joining. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate you commenting. We're talking about attacks. CWFC, who do you want to see in Chelsea's attack? Vote in that poll right now as well. If that person's not in that poll, comment in the chat. But guys, if you just joined, we're talking about Chelsea's attack. Who do you want to see in the attack? Be up to Shabib, this is Leao's perfect for the league. 6'2", fast, powerful dribbles, talent play. No, really. Talent players don't do well in our league too much, especially attackers. But I'm for Leao. I don't mind Leao. Right, let's get him, but not this summer for 150 million euros. That's a bit much. It's a bit much. People need to really calm down about Mason. He was literally our best. Oh my god, Mason Mount and Kai Havertz is shit versus garbage. Mason Mount is not it, man. Aaron says we have to sacrifice this year. I'm sorry, and stop gap in ABBA, but you can't rush this. Exactly. So would we go and rush? Yeah, fuck it. Here, he's 150 million for Leao. When the guy needs to develop, the guy isn't experienced in the Prem, and we need someone to bring us imminent effect. Will Leao and Gordan bring us imminent effect? Comment right now. Here's the answer. No. Will Ivan Toney and Wilfred Zaha bring us imminent effect? Here's the answer. Yes. Right? They'll come in, they'll score us 10 goals for 2 seasons. Right? Let's get a Wilfred Zaha for this summer. Right? Let's hypothetically say we sign Wilfred Zaha. Right? Well, Wilfred Zaha, Sterling, Mount. Right? I don't know. He's banging goals. He scores 10 goals, 15 goals. Right? He bangs in 15 goals by the end of the summer. Right? Come next summer, we can go and we can spend big. Because right now we're a week off the window. You think these players are going to come and ask for their market value? No, they're going to up the price. And Leao's not worth 150 million. I'm sorry, guys. Matt, You can want all you like. At the end of the day, there's no reason. There's no links to likes of Tony. Obviously, Tuchel does. Of course, Tuchel. I know Tuchel doesn't want him, but again, this is a channel where we just discuss different opinions. If it was up to me, as I said, if it was up to me, I'll be playing in that attack. If it was up to me, put me in attack. I'll score more goals than Kai Havertz, James Charles. I'll score way more goals than him. But yeah, Tuchel doesn't want a DM either, which is crazy. Erling Haaland, the guy has a team, unfortunately. Sterling, Tony, Leao, Cucurella, Kante, Cover, Reece, Koulibaly. This would be good. Not really. Leao would be good. Leao may. Yeah, I think Leao, like, if they drop the price, as I said, let me reiterate myself. Rafael Leao. Guy, if I'm thinking correctly, the guy who was playing 16-year-old at Celtic, if that's the right guy, great player. 6'2", he's strong, he's got a good physique, put on a bit of muscle, be fantastic. That's what I like. You guys know that's what I like, right? But this summer, will I go for a Rafael Leao this summer? I'm sorry, but I won't. Not this summer. I'll hold it for next summer. There's no rush. I mean, there is. He's actually 23. He's not even that young. But I'll hold up for a summer, right? Anthony Gordan, absolutely not. No way. Not right now. Not maybe ever. He has to develop, right? Let him develop and we can discuss. But the thing is with Leao and Gordan is Leao has proven himself that he can play as an attacker. Gordan has barely shown it, right? And I want someone to come in that has proven me that they can put the ball in the fucking back of the net. That's what I need. But if the Zubas the same X-Men with quality players around him, would definitely, I would take him in a heartbeat. 100%, yeah. 100%. Personally, I think Leao, and Gordan will give us instant effect. But again, how could you say that when they don't have any? Again, Leao, maybe there's a chance because he's proven some stats in the Serie A, but I always classify Serie A attacks. Gordan, absolutely not, because he hasn't done it in the Premier League the last 2 seasons. Exactly. Zaha will give it to us just for 2 seasons. That's all just one, actually. Just give it to us for this season, maybe next, because if this season we get him in, and next season, then the 3rd season he can leave, he can rotate, whatever. But this season is a season where we just need effects now. Leao and Gordan will not bring us in. As I said, Gordan is a long term. Okay, yes, Gordan is a long term, right? So why would we go pay 60 million for a guy who would just be forced to play on this pitch when he's not even ready? It's like literally taking out Mason Mount and putting in a white Hudson-Odoi. Like, this guy has proven he's the same stats as Hudson-Odoi. Sources from Spain are saying that Abba deal will be closed. Yep, Aubameyang news. I'll bring this up now from Andreas. Andreas says Chelsea are now closing in on an agreement with Barcelona to sign Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Talks are progressing well. The former Arsenal striker has already agreed personal terms with the Blues. This proven quality is in really, really low supply, though, to be honest. I 100% agree. 100% agree. But it's not out of supply. It's not out of stock. There's low stock. But there's still stock. Wilfred Zaha, Ivan Toney. I just named you 2. Go get them. If Tuchel was listening to Thomas Tuchel, go get them now. Again, how could you look at this attack and say no to Cristiano Ronaldo and say no to Wilfred Zaha? Come on. But say yes to an Anthony Gordan who has proven nothing. How can he come in with immediate effect when he hasn't shown anything in his team? Yeah, they've helped us. They've haunted us. Give us De Jong and fine. Everything will be forgiven. If we let the season go, he's market available for 69 to 80 in the next 5 years. Again, that's your prediction. That's your opinion. That's fine. I don't see it. Again, this guy last season scored 4 goals. Season before 3 goals. If he doesn't come scoring 20 goals this summer, then all right, his price goes up. But again, we always got to pay that English tax, and I don't want to pay English tax. I'm sick of it. And basically, none of them are in Tuchel's mold, which, yeah, I know, they should be, though. Prices aren't even... Inflation means the prices aren't even that high. I mean, Gordan has shown it. Are you a Chelsea fan and Leao could have gone to United? Yep. If the name was Gordinho, who's Gordinho? Be all over it. Gordinho. I'm not even looking at the player's name. I'm just looking. Oh, it's about Gordan. I'm not even looking at the player's name. I'm looking at his stats. Like I just got the same consistency with Rafael Leao. I just said Leao doesn't have the stats to prove it. She's a little short-sighted to think that Leao or out of our league attackers can't bring instant impact. From what I've seen at Chelsea Football Club, Hakim Ziyech, Christian Pulisic, Kai Havertz, Timo Werner. Who else can I name? Too much shit. I got 5 players have came in and shown no effect. That's our attack, correct? So why would I go sign another guy and overpay for him, double his money for a player who I don't think has instant impact? He might. If he does, that's great. Fantastic. He's an exception to the rule. But recently, we've seen from some own quality of our players that they haven't. But I understand. If Leao comes, I'm fine with Leao. As a player, I'm fine with him. But I wouldn't go from this summer personally. I guarantee that Gordan will improve our front line from what it is. Have you actually watched it? I've seen him, and I watched him Nottingham game. I watched him the Aston Villa game, and I watched him against us. I've actually watched him the last 3 weeks. I didn't even realize. Fuck, I've watched him the last 3 weeks, and I've seen that all he does, he can take on a player, great. He can cross in a ball, great. 60 million for a player to cross in a ball to Kai Havertz, who can't finish the fucking ball, and a player to take on a player, and then he just drifts the wide. I'm telling you guys right now. I'm telling you guys, this guy is the white Hudson-Odoi. He is the white Hudson-Odoi. I'm telling you guys right now. There's no difference. Yeah, be up to Aaron, guys. Always come in here, guys, with your own opinion. You know, do not change your opinion. I mean, obviously, if you hear someone announce, you know, and they can change your mind on stuff. But yeah, always come in here and express your opinions. Be up to you, Aaron. Leao loves Milan, bro. Why would he go to Chelsea? Money from Milan and Cucurella. Oh yeah, 100%. If Cucurella had the English names, his name was, what's his name? I don't know. Cucurella is English flag, 100 million, easy. For instance, Zaha, although he's great on the wing, he doesn't provide support for Reece, someone who can play right wing back and right wing. Again, we don't need someone to play right wing back. He's on the left hand side as well. Again, might take Sterling's spot, maybe Sterling on the right. But I don't want players coming in and play right. I don't want, again, if Anthony Gordan comes, I don't want him to play right wing back. Come on, man. You're right. Yeah, you're right. I'm not denying that. But can he come and do that in the Premier League? That's my thing. And that's the thing. I want players better than our attack. Anthony Gordan is not better than he's not. I'm sorry, but he's not. I don't think he's not better than Raheem Sterling. There's no way. Sorry. And I don't think he's better than. I think maybe better than Kai Havertz, but not Mason Mount. Not Mason Mount. And that's saying something. That's really saying something. So for trusting Tuchel's talent ID, Matt, he will be supplying Sterling and Abba, not Kai, for the future. He's only 21. Again, Sterling couldn't finish the other day as well. We need to see more from him. If Abba comes, yeah, it could be a different story. But again, I would rather other personnel. And yeah, again, you said he's one for the future. That's great. Let's not go and spend and overpay him for someone who's for the future. As I said, I will go and do it next summer. I'll hold it off this summer, spend that money elsewhere on players with immediate effect, and the next summer, we can look at these guys. We can look at these talent guys for the future. Because I think we're just too late in the window, and we're overpaying for a lot of these players. I'm just gonna see if there's any breaking news. Guys, let's run these likes up, guys. Run the likes up. Come on, let's get to 50 likes. I'm ending in how long we got? I'm ending in 10 minutes. I'm leaving about 10, 15 minutes. I'm gonna get through any last comments. Just put those comments in. I'll be back, guys. Thursday, I think, guys. Thursday, I will be back. Oh, maybe I'm not sure. I just realized I might have to go somewhere Thursday. But yeah, we might be streaming quite a lot in the next couple of days because the window is nearly done. Hope Abba can score goals for us. I hate this 9 curse. We only have Drogba, Costa. I've done the number 9. Yeah, I mean, give him number 14. Do not give Aubameyang number 9. It's because Frank is the one who brought all these bums, not Tuchel. Exactly. These guys are failed signings, and that's Frank Lampard's fault, not Tuchel's. But again, Tuchel needs to turn around and go buy more signings. Maybe again, well, he is. He's not stopping, which is good. But here we go, guys. I mean, I read this news ever before, but let's dive into it. Fofana deal, guys. Fofana is very, very close to join Chelsea by the looks of it. That's great news. I think I said a couple weeks ago, I don't think it's valued at 80 million, but I think at this moment we look at our defenders, and I realize there's no depth, and we must. I think this is the player. Fofana is a player we should overpay for because he's a player. Then it's more of a need than a want. We need Fofana. We need depth, right? And he's proven himself as well. So again, we won't be discussing his 80 million price value if he comes in and performs. Like Cucurella, no one's sitting here now and going, "Oh, this guy's not worth 60 million," blah 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 blah, because no one really cares if the guy comes and performs. So, and looking Chalobah to sit on loan, I'll still keep Chalobah if Fofana comes in. We need that added depth. I don't know why we're getting rid of it, but I think Tuchel thinks he can exceed his limits and he can progress much highly. So I think he wants to send him to a league where they play 30, 40 games and he gets more game time. But again, he can have that at Chelsea too. I don't know why or maybe because Chalobah plays right side centre back, and we're getting Fofana. But again, Fofana's going to start right centre back. I just realised. I don't know. My hypothetical question: all managers available. Who would you like to bring? Thomas Tuchel gets sacked. Well, I hope Tuchel doesn't get sacked, but let's say if he does, and any manager on the table. I don't know. Frank Lampard. No way. No way. Oh, who's a manager? Let's hypothetically do it. And there's any manager. I don't even know. Maybe just Pep. I think Pep's a good manager, but I don't want him at Chelsea. To be honest, I'll say Pep Guardiola. Yeah, or I'm trying to think who else is there. I don't know. Simone. I like Simone. I think he's just a funny character. Fofana got duped by Martinelli. Did he? Oh no. I think but he didn't even play the Arsenal game. I swear he didn't play the Arsenal game. Did he play? I swear he didn't play the Arsenal game. Let's get him in. I think we versed Leicester Saturday, so let's get him in before we play Leicester, so he can play. Did he play? Oh no, they versed Southampton. That's right. And they lost against South. I didn't realize they lost against Southampton. Oh my god, they have a Marnie centre back. Which, geez, they got a rubbish team. I'm not gonna lie. Danny Warding goals. James Justin, Amadi, Evans, Castane. Oh my god. Barnes, Vardy. Perez is now starting for them. This guy didn't know he used to start. Actually, I don't know. They got Daka, Iheanacho, and Vardy. Like three players who can score a goal, and they don't play two up front. Yeah, no way. I'm not going for Lampard. No, I'm just joking there. Looking for guys you cannot get, and for price we always knew we would pay over the top because we are late in the market. I'm fine with overpaying for players who have proved themselves, but not for players who have shown nothing. Sorry. No point. We got AB now. Big up to AB. Hope you're well, AB. Let me know your thoughts and feelings on everything right now. Right now, we're discussing Fofana. I'm mute. You got a show about Martinelli? I didn't even know that, did he? Trying to. Oh wait, no. Oh yeah, that was weeks ago. That was their second game. That was okay. I'm confused on what's taking 10 years to find because we long we wait the worst less, so we'll need to find a replacement. And 8 days in the window left. I think because we put the first bid in for 75, they rejected it. So now we put another bid in, and now the guy's sitting. The guy put in a transfer request. Yeah, now it's just they're just taking so long to accept it. But yeah, they're working till intermediates, but it's taken forever, man. Just get this guy over the line. get him in, play him Leicester instantly. Because again, I would put him in if he gets signed before Leicester. I'll put him in on Leicester. I mean, he has to. He has to. Like, there's no other choice. Unfortunately, he has to. No Koulibaly. Well, we're gonna have Chalobah, Silva, Aspie. Oh my days. Oh my days. Chalobah, Silva, Aspie. Holy shit. That is ass. That is rubbish, guys. Imagine that. Chalobah, Silva, Aspie is our back three for Leicester. Not imagine that. That's gonna be our lineup. That's gonna be the lineup. Guys, we've got 45 people in here with only 28 likes. Let's right now, guys. Let's get to 40 likes. That's 40 likes. Come on, guys. Come on. Get to likes because you know what Chelsea need to do, guys? Chelsea need to sign some players.
Sign some players!
Sign some players, guys. Let's look at these likes up, guys. Come on, smash the like button right now, right now. 71 votes. Who would you rather sign? Leao, Gordan. Neither. 75% says Leao. 15% Gordan. 10% neither. But guys, get these likes up. Like, subscribe. Make sure that, guys, the notification bell is on. 10 a.m. UK time regularly. I'll be back Thursday or possibly Thursday. I might go Thursday and Friday, maybe even Saturday, because this week I'm quite free. So we'll see what happens. To be honest, I would spend that money on screening out proven defender rather than rely on potential. I think Fofana's like proven himself in the league. I think he did quite well before he had that broken leg. I think he did very well. I just don't think he's worth 80 million. That's it. But then again, Skriniar, they're asking for 65 million when he has 1 year on his contract. We should have overpaid for Koundé. I'm sorry. We should have overpaid for Koundé. So, right back, center back, Fofana and right wing back, Reece James would be good down the right side. Koulibaly and Cucurella on the left. That would be good. That would be good. But obviously not next week because we don't have Koulibaly and not probably Fofana. Well, Rotten says, I, as a Chelsea fan, really hope that Tuchel will change the old 3-4-3 to a new system. There are new players, and there's always a new system that extra for Thomas Tuchel. Remember, we played a 4-3-3 against Arsenal. We got better 4-0. I say, if the manager wants to play a 3, let the manager play a 3. Because we don't have the personnel, especially in the midfield, to play back for. I think when we get De Jong, we can sit here and maybe say yes. Even our attack, we don't even have an in-and-out striker. Like, if we get Aubameyang, we get De Jong, I'll sit here and I go, yeah, we can play 4-3-3. De Jong, Jorginho pivot, Mount in that 8, left wing Sterling, striker Aubameyang, right wing Wilfried Zaha. Perfect. But yeah, we need a De Jong first. De Jong, man. We need a De Jong before we even go back to a further back. And I hope you can sign De Jong because, again, we got 1 week left, man. 1 week left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8.5 days left. Or you could say 8 days because the half is there now. About 8 days left. The window closes. We need to sign some players, guys. We don't need to sign. We're going to sign De Jong. Come on, please. Sign strike. Exactly. I think, remember, not all of it's going to happen in one window. We are in a rebuild stage. Even Thomas Tuchel said we are rebuilding at this very moment. So we're not going to have all of it in one season. We must be patient. And I think next summer when we got director of football, when we, get a bit more personnel, we get Tobo gets a bit more of that experience, he gets more connections. We'll be flying this season after. Yeah, sure, bro. I'll definitely shoot a sub to your channel after the stream. Guys, also go follow my Twitter as well in the description as well. I think we're like 1 follower of 800. So go follow my Twitter in the description. I put in the description below 1 follower of 800. Who'll be that 800? The Bong Joker saga, bro. Again, we're not in really for De Jong. We're on the sidelines. I'm just begging. Guys, let's take away what he's done. Right, the player himself is a fantastic player. We can look at him being a beta male, blah. Same as Hakimi, him being a beta male, blah. But the player himself is fantastic. Fantastic player, right? And we are in for him because of his personality. Now it's just an opportunity. We got the right opportunity to sign him. I think this is an opportunity we will never get again for De Jong. We only took up this opportunity because of the situation he's in. So I really hope we can get him. I'll be at the Gopu. Appreciate that, man. I'll catch you next time. Make sure that notification is on so you know when I'm live. You can go follow my Twitter as well. I always post when I go live there soon. Appreciate it. You have a great day as well. good player, we can dream, I guess. I hope again, if we get him, I know he'll be a good player. De Jong's a baller. De Jong is a player who can play as a 6, not an 8. People think he's an 8. Under Ronald Koeman, under Valverde, he played as a 6. He did very well there. People saying he didn't do well at Barcelona have not watched Barcelona. They've watched Barcelona for the last 4 months. Because Barcelona, right now, in the last 4 months, have played him, especially Xavi, has played him as an 8. He cannot play as an 8. He has been a centre-back since birth, since a child. He's been a centre-back. 17-18, Ajax, they've pushed him up to a CDM. So he's been playing CDM since 2021. Now, because Xavi prefers Busquets, because he obviously played with Busquets, he prefers to put Busquets in that 6, and he puts De Jong in that 8, because he still would rather have De Jong on that pitch. Either or, right? So De Jong as a 6 is much better than an 8. Big up to OG, says, yeah, man, big up work, keep it. X, don't know what it means, but big up to OG, big up to SWC FC as well. Yeah, we'll probably wrap it up here, guys, as well. It's been that hour mark. I just wanted to come on. I wanted to kind of give my opinions on Gordan, Leao, and say these guys, they can be great players for the future. But right now, at this moment, I would prefer someone like Aubameyang. Ivan Toney, Wilfred Zaha. That's just my preference. Everyone has their own preferences. Everyone has their thoughts and opinions. That's why we have these streams. Appreciate everyone who got involved. Guys, let's get these likes up as soon as possible, guys. Come on. Guys, we've got 40 people in here. 31 likes. Let's get these likes up, guys, before we wrap up, guys. I'll be back Thursday, Friday, one of those days. I'll be back. Or Saturday. Definitely before Leicester game. I won't be live tomorrow. That's it. I won't be live tomorrow. But I'll be live. One more transfer and then probably a Leicester preview. So stay tuned for that, guys. Notification is on. Final comments, guys. Gordan is not the guy for me. Me either. I don't think he's the guy. I think, we all have a different preference as well. If you don't want Gordan, that's fine. Express why you want Gordan. Me, I don't want Gordan because I don't want to pay $6 million for a player who doesn't get assists or goals. He might have other qualities. That's fine. I'm looking for a player who has numbers. At this very moment, I'm looking for a guy who has numbers. But that's it for me, guys. I'm going to wrap it up to you guys. I'm going to say with the tic-tac. 1 week left, guys. 1 week left. Tic-tac.
Tic-tac. Tic-tac.